Websites are the foundation of the internet and are popular even to this date. Do you know that there are more than 1 billion websites on the internet? Astonishing, isn't it? Whenever someone thinks of developing a website, the first thing they think about is how much it will cost from start to end to develop a website. The cost of building a website is influenced by factors such as who is building the website, which features are being added, and which technology is being used for website development. So to find the actual cost of building a website, we need to think about all of these factors and derive their value. By the end of the video, you will be able to determine how much your web development project will cost. If you have not subscribed to our channel already, pause the video right now and click on the subscribe button. Also, hit the bell icon so that you don't miss out on more of our upcoming videos. The cost of every web development project can be broken down into 3 major categories, which are web designing and development cost, website maintenance cost, and website marketing cost. Designing and developing a website is the most considerable expense out of these 3. You should also note that development and designing are a one-time expense, while maintaining and marketing a website are recurring costs. One more thing to note here is that how much each category will cost will depend on the type of website being built. Many website developers either price their projects based on the number of pages to be developed or on the website's complexity. In either of these cases, it all comes down to the type of websites being built. Here are some of the most popular types of websites and their estimated development cost. Also, different web developers have different perspectives on websites. For this reason, who is developing a website is also an important factor when it comes to calculating web development costs. The developer working on the website has a major impact on not just the cost, but also the success of the project. Let's individually look at each development approach and find out which one is the best match. The first approach is DIY development. Building your website on your own sounds fascinating, right? Well, developing a website requires extensive knowledge of the development process, and therefore many people who start with this option often fail. Another way is to use web builders, but this often limits the customizability of the website. Nevertheless, if you choose to build a complete website on your own, all you have to pay for is domain name and hosting. If you use web builders, you have to rent their services by taking their subscription. Another way to develop a website is by hiring a freelancer. Freelancers are essentially remote workers with specialized development skills. It costs around $4,500 to $15,000 to get a complete website developed by a freelancer. Interestingly enough, the cost of this approach will depend upon the developer's location. Therefore, if you want to reduce the cost of your website, just hire a freelancer from a location where salaries are lower. If you think that your website is complex and cannot be developed by a single person, like yourself or a freelancer, you can also hire a team. Hiring a team to develop a website will ensure quick delivery and high-end results. However, this is a costly affair. One has to hire different people for different roles, such as project manager, business analyst, designer, developer, and tester. If that's not enough, you will also need proper infrastructure, human resource management, and administration. This cost can sum up to $500,000 or more. Now, that's a huge amount. Our advice is to go with this option only when you have a high budget and a complex project. In case you want to build a complex website but lack budget, the next option can be suitable for you. This option is hiring an outsourcing agency. The fundamentals of hiring an outsourcing agency are similar to hiring an in-house team. Here you can benefit from another web development company's expertise and experience without incurring the high costs. There are different ways to hire an agency to outsource your web development requirements. Based on where the agency is located, your approach can be onshore development, nearshore development, or offshore development. Additionally, it costs around $30,000 to $50,000 when you outsource web development to an agency. Here's a pro tip. Go for offshore development and hire an outsourcing agency located in countries with low development costs. Here is our research for places that have the lowest development cost. This approach is the best when you want high-quality output at a low cost. This was it about different options to build a website and how much they will cost. Now is the time you should know what actually goes into a website that adds to this web development cost. Developing a website is a process that is divided into different stages. Every stage is important and has its own cost. The first stage in web development is UI/UX design. The first interaction of a user with the website is through UI. We cannot emphasize enough how impactful a well-designed website UI can be. This phase can cost you around $750 to $4,000, but in the end, you will have a visually appealing website. Now that we know how important good designing is, let's discuss about front-end development. Front-end is essentially all the buttons and features that the user interacts with while browsing through the website. A strong front-end development will ensure that your website will remain highly responsive and functional. The average cost of developing the front end of a website is $1,000 to $12,500. The front end is the face of the website, while the backbone is the back end. While the front end is all about user interaction, the back end is the processes that simultaneously take place in the background with this interaction. Strong back-end development is responsible for the smooth functioning of the website. It can cost anywhere from $4,000 to $12,500 to develop a high-quality back-end for a website. Now that your website is ready, all you need to do before launching is make sure it is free from errors and bugs. This is our final step of web development, testing. The best of web developers are prone to creating a website that is full of errors and bugs. Therefore, launching a website and not testing it can be a recipe for disaster. To ensure that your audiences are receiving a seamless experience while browsing your website, you need to follow testing strategies like automated testing and agile methodology. This will help you identify the bugs and remove them before your website's grand launch. The cost of testing a website can range from $3,000 to $4,000. By summing up all these amounts and taking other side factors into consideration, we can say that the average cost of developing a website is $9,000 to $38,000. This is a big range, right? Well, the cost of your website development project can be lesser or more than this range. If you want to know exactly how much your website will cost, you need to take a consultation with a web development agency and send in your requirements. If you haven't found the right agency yet, you can connect with us today. The Gray Bear is the leader in designing websites that are known for their high functionality and seamless performance. We are a team of experts in website development and designing and offer value-driven solutions to our clients. You can connect with our experts today and get a quotation for your web development project. That was it for today's video. We hope you found the answer to your question, how much does it cost to build a website? If you have any more doubts, you can drop them in the comment box, and we will be glad to answer them. We will see you again soon with another interesting topic. Until then, stay tuned.